Here's some video of an Omix-Ada radiator for the 46 CJ2A. My old one was not keeping the Jeep cool, so I ended up replacing the radiator. So here's the old radiator. It's probably the original one. It's got several tags on it where it's been worked on. This came out of Colorado. Acme radiator, Denver, Empire radiator. Anyway, this thing's been worked on a few times and it's got a leak up on the top. It's a pretty small leak. And it didn't start till I ran the Prestone radiator cleaner through it, so it opened something up. Anyway, the reproduction radiator, I'm thrilled with it. There are some differences, but they're minor. This thing bolted right in. I shouldn't say bolted right in, but it was pretty darn close. So a couple of things. This upper tank, the width on this upper tank is a ½ inch narrower than the original. So the original upper tank is a little wider. It's 3.5 inches, whereas the new one's 3 inches. So I did have to extend out my radiator support rod. That's a homemade rod. When I got the Jeep, it didn't have one, so I just bought some hot rolled steel and threaded the ends off of it and made my own. The other difference is the inlet. This is straight out, and you can see on the original, you've got a curve to it, maybe 10 degrees angle. So those are two of the differences. A third is the petcock for drain. This thing has the original has a standard 1/4 inch national pipe thread drain valve. This one, just a plastic with an O-ring. It's a different thread pitch, so it wouldn't work. So those are the big differences, but easily overcome. So with the inlet coming straight, this isn't stock. There's a lot of things on here that aren't stock, but what I did is I had a 12-inch flex tube, which is fairly old. It's not too stiff, but it's fairly old. So I just went down and got a 14-inch flex hose for it. So this thing was getting a little hot, not at idle. Once you get it up to speed, this Jeep's got an overdrive in it, so this thing will go down the road pretty fast for a little 4-cylinder. But if you push it down the road, that's where it wanted to overheat. So I decided to flush it. That didn't help. So I ended up getting this radiator. I got it from off of eBay. Trends Auto, I think they're out of Appleton, Wisconsin. Came within a week. It was $265, so I think it was well worth it. The other difference is this overflow tube. It's just got a little short one here, so I put a little rubber coupler on there and bent up some copper tubing, because I do have a overflow tank in the back, so I just ran it to the bottom down here. Let me go over to the original. You can see the original comes down, and then that's where I had some tubing going to the overflow tank. So that's it. So this thing, I took it out on a test drive after I put the radio in, and the darn thing still overheated on me. So I started looking at the timing, and the timing was set, but the problem was those mechanical advance springs. One of them was broke and the other one was on the verge of breaking. Let's see where the old ones are. Here they are. You can see one broke off and the other one was ready to break. When I took it off, it just bent. So basically through Kaiser Willys, which I like to order my parts from, because when you order something, you know what you're going to get. Anyway, they sell them in pairs. It was $4.99 for the pair. So I put the new springs in, checked the timing again. Now there's no overheating, so I'm assuming that my timing at speed was retarded, and that's what caused the overheating. But I've got a new radiator there, and I feel real comfortable about it. I know Omix-Ada, what's the other brand? Rugged Ridge. That's the box that it came in, and I know they get a bad rap on a lot of their parts, but I mean, you can't find another radiator out there, at least I couldn't, that was close to the original. So I'm real happy with it. Trins Auto out of Appleton, that's the box that was sent in, double box. The radiator came in perfect shape. I put on my old cap, so anyway, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. I give it a good review. Everything fit. You know, the 2 mounting bolts going off those tabs on the frame, everything fits. So I know the inlet tube's going straight, but for me, that wasn't a problem. I just ordered another, or went down to O'Reilly Auto Parts, you know, for $16, get another flex hose. So it's good to have new rubber on it. So anyway, 46 Willys CJ, Omix-Ada radiator in it, and very positive review on it. I think it's well worth it.